Whew. All right, let's get started. Did we ever decide on a day for the podcast?
Um, I thought it was perspectives.
Perspectives. Okay. Welcome back to another edition of Perspective the podcast with your favorite hosts, Don Shafon, and Olivia Iman. And we're gonna be giving our recap of InvestFest 2024. So, what are your initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts.
Yeah,
It
of
was
the overall thing, and then we'll go into detail to like the pitch competition and everything else.
Invest Fest was cool. I haven't been out the house in a long time, so it was kind of weird at first. I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of weird.
Being in the large crowd, it was,
Yeah, it was a lot of people.
and that was my first time like ever being out for real pregnant.
Yeah,
Yeah, like with both pregnancies, because like with Ice, it was on lockdown. So like I literally went to the grocery store.
yeah, but it was a lot of people. I'm not a talkative person, so everybody that was trying to talk wasn't really trying to hear it,
Mhm.
ignoring them.
Leaving
Like,
me to talk.
yeah, for real. So I definitely have to work on like the whole networking part.
Mhm.
But other than that, it was cool. Like I wasn't expecting it to be like a perfect ride, but I also learned too not to have expectations. That
Yeah,
was another like
that's what another reoccurring lesson for
yeah,
us.
yeah, not to have expectations. Kind of just go with an open mind and try your best for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, bro?
My overall, it was cool. Like we said, like it was shit. Both of our first time being out in a long time. Definitely my first time being out pregnant. Whole lot of walking. Feet
Hmm.
was
Yeah,
hurting every day.
yeah.
Feet was hurting every
This
day.
girl try to wear heels.
I thought I was gonna be sit down at like a long table, just taking notes the whole time. Like again, expectations. Like
Hmm.
this is our first Invest Fest ever, and I thought it was gonna be, yes, it's a conference, but I thought it was gonna be more lecture style,
Oh,
where like they
yeah.
got tables and like you can write and take notes. They going through presentations pretty moderately, so you can take notes. Um, but overall, I think it was good. There's a lot of good information in those sessions. A lot of gems to bring back and implement. Um, it was so good to see so many black businesses like in the vendor marketplace, and even like so many people in line for the pitch competition.
Yeah.
Like that was
That's a whole
crazy.
nother story right
That's
there.
a We'll get to that part, but yeah, I enjoyed myself. Yeah, it was cool. I got to see. Um, my highlight was Queen of Food and Lauren London. I also like Ian's presentation. I wish he would have stayed to see 50 Cent, because it seemed like his they just like a regular conversation, I think. But it seemed from like all the snippets and stuff that it was a really good conversation. Um, but yeah, overall, great experience. Would definitely go back next year, but with more to offer next year.
And that's what come with it is like everything that we learn from Invest Fest, implement it, like go straight into it. And this time around, we in VIP.
Yeah.
Like we going VIP because they encounter with everything was way different than a regular general mission.
Yeah.
For real, they outside. That's what Ti and all them was at
Mhm.
too. Like you right in front of. They had like a little stage, and you right in front of them.
Yeah, I saw that. It was
Yeah.
like literally like a bar, maybe
Hmm.
like two rows of seating, and then the actual stage.
Yeah.
It was like that's where the networking really was.
after hours
After
for real.
hours,
Yeah.
the VIP night.
He said next year though, like I want to be partnering with EYL with the whole Donsville, like,
Hmm.
cause it just made sense. Like we got firsthand experience on like, okay, this how Donsville can help this run way smoother. You know what I'm saying? Like from everybody getting dropped off to people getting boots on their cars, people having to walk that far, people have to drive through all that traffic.
Hmm.
Like nobody want to come in and do all this, and yeah,
Yeah. And it's like even like I was thinking about that one little go kart that was like taking people
oh
from the
yeah,
parking lot up.
probably charging.
Well, maybe not. Maybe just people just giving him tips. Like, I mean, even still, that could just be like a free part of Donsville where it's like y'all pay for parking through whatever the venue is, and then there just be like little shuttles that take people from the parking lot to the front door, like because it was like elderly people, old people. I
Yeah,
mean, pregnant people, people with disabilities. Like, you know, a lot of shit when it's just like you got to cross like four major lanes of traffic to even get to the door. But yeah, it was so many opportunities for Donsville to come in and make that whole weekend seamless for everybody from VIP to general admission.
yeah. What's one thing you wish you would have done that you didn't do?
Um, I don't know. I want to say I wish we would have prepared like the pitch more, like been more um like no, like go in with it with like the exact points we wanted to hit. I feel like um we had like our ducks in a row when it came to like how we were going to be different amongst the 150 plus pitches, and then how our presentation was going to be different. But like our presentation, like our verbal presentation of it, I wish we would have like not necessarily spent more time on it, just again, like hit the major key factors they wanted to hear to be like, okay, this is the next big Uber. This is the next big, and not that we didn't get that approval, but it should have been like oh, okay, you know what? Forget everybody else. Y'all going on to the next round. You feel me? Type vibe.
I think their mind was set on the four people that's gonna make it. They want they want those people to really be an impact in our culture, the black culture. Like,
Mhm.
cause hands down, I know for a fact we was top 10.
Yeah.
We had to be top 10 because the rest of those pitches we was hearing and shit, they wasn't going. But even still, go back to your point. It's like I don't think we could have been more prepared for real because we had 60 seconds. We had a minute to get all of that out. And like the first 30 seconds is you getting out of that nervous stage.
Yeah.
So by the time you catch yourself and know what you're talking know what you're talking about, she finna scream time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I think we did good. I think we did good overall. And that's why I said is like looking at everybody else. And that was the that Monday on EYL and Market Mondays, the Monday before, Ian said, learn from the people that's in front of you. If you pitching, learn from the people that's pitching in front of you. Learn what to do and what not to do. And that's one thing that I seen that was turning the judges off is people coming up there reading off their phone. And I know I couldn't remember my part. So I'm like, it'll be it'll be more genuine just coming out there talking off experience,
Mhm.
everything that we've done in the past and the reason we went this route. So I mean at the end of the day they liked it, but I just think they was looking for people that's gonna help the black people.
It's like a cultural impact. Yeah. Hmm. And I mean that could be true. I also see it as like there was supposed to be maximum 150 people that was supposed to be heard, and they heard all 700 people stood in line. And then in my mind, it's like, okay, you got 4 rooms, 2 judges each. They listening to damn near 200 pitches
Per
per
room,
pair.
yeah,
And it's like, don't you think after a certain amount of time they're gonna clock out?
yeah,
You feel me? Like they're gonna, within whatever their capacity is, that first hour, hour and a half, whoever hit all those marks for them, they would have been like, boom, this is who we're going with. Everybody else can come up here and talk,
yeah.
but it is what it is. You feel me?
Okay, so we gotta get okay. Let's give a breakdown. Okay, so this is how it was supposed to go. 100 people,
100 people were pre-selected.
100 people was pre-selected by submitting a video through Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
90 people was supposed to get picked out of those 100. They was gonna take 50 people. No, yeah, 50 people. The first 50 people from walk-in and pick 10 people. It was supposed to be 100 overall, and it was supposed to be 25 people each room. And there was 4 rooms. There was supposed to be 25 people each room. Man, when we got in the line, because it started at 1 p.m., they started opening the doors. Man, lines was everywhere. It was 2 separate lines. One line that was pre-selected was wrapped around. Like, it was over 500 people in that line. And we sitting here like, bro, where do we go? They keep moving us around. They don't know what's going on. We just in line at this point. We know we pre-selected. We excited because we like, all right, we made the top 90. Boom. Everybody in line, we know they didn't make it. We know good and well all these people didn't make it. But they end up listening to all, they said over 700 people. They end up listening to all 700 people. Which, at the end of the day, I don't think is fair, to be honest.
And you know what? Like, I agree. Okay, so from my perspective, I thought it was 100 pre-selected and 50 walk-ins. So I thought it was supposed to be a total of 150 people max, right? And to your point, like the pre-selected line was the line that had the most people in it,
Yeah,
500 plus people, and then the walk-in line
yeah.
maybe had 70 people in it, like if that.
It was probably about 200 in that line.
And then it was just like, okay, so you ask the volunteers, okay, where do you go if you got pre-selected? And they telling you one thing, you stand in that line for a while, and then like you're hearing people around you say, no, you're supposed to be over here. It's supposed to be, so you start asking more
Yeah,
questions, and then everybody is confused. And then, not to mention, some people who were in the pre-selected line either didn't have wristbands, had fake emails,
yeah,
or literally just finessed their way in there.
yeah. It was,
It was crazy. And like, again, to your point, I get it. Like, it's so beautiful to see, and it also showcases the fact that more black businesses need more access to more money, more funds, more opportunities. However, if you are going to set like a maximum 100 to 150 participants, then you should stick to that, because not only are you shorting the people who actually were pre-selected, you're also like running down the judges.
yeah.
Again, that's damn near 200 people they had to see.
They looked tired when we walked in the door.
They looked
Like, yeah.
exhausted.
And then it don't make it any better when you have people. 80% of the people is coming up there telling a sad sob ass story, and you can tell them judges don't want to hear that because it's like,
Everybody
bro,
has a story.
everybody has a story. What are you doing with it? How is it fueling you? And like, I'm in a line. Okay, number one, from the time we walked in the door, we practicing. We practicing.
We get there though.
We
Hold on, what time we get there?
what time we get there?
We get the doors open up at 9. I think we parked the car at like 8:30.
Yeah, something like that. It probably was a little earlier than that.
We
Nah,
probably
nah, it probably was about right. Cause
we,
we damn near walked straight in.
yeah, we walked straight in. And mind you, we had already come on Thursday to get our wristband, so it was no standing in line for registering, nothing like
I'm
that.
finna turn this off. I'll turn it back on in a minute.
So we get there like 8:30 or whatever. We pray in the car. We get out, film our little, excited clips on the camera to go in. We go in. We go what we find where the pitch competition is happening, and we see okay, it's like it's 4 rooms with 2 tables in there, a table in the middle with 2 chairs. Clearly, that's where the judges gonna sit, and one table like off to the side. So in our mind, we think, okay, well, they finna call us in here one by one to pitch. We don't got a pitch in front of a whole bunch of people. But then we find a room, whatever, go up to the third floor, and then just start practicing our pitch. And we practicing our pitch from 9 until maybe 11. We take a break, go get smoothies, go sit outside, continue practicing, and we come back in about 12:30 to hop in the line, and that's where like at that point it's already 500 people in the pre-selected line. It's
Man,
it's
we
crazy.
we practicing. I'm talking about wrote down this script the night before. We practicing outside, walking in circles, walking up and down, practicing. We get in the line. I'm talking about so loud, can't remember nothing, not one line. My brain is like fried at this point. I'm like, bro, we done sat for hours memorizing this stuff. You get in line, people trying to talk to you, people trying to knock. It's like they trying to knock you off your grind. Like, bro, I'm locked in right now. Get in line, can't remember one line. Can't remember
Can't
one
remember
line.
what word. It's literally I'm reading the first line off my phone. I put the phone down
Can't
to,
remember
to
nothing.
repeat it back.
Not even the first two
Not
words.
even the first
And
words.
all I'm thinking to myself is like, okay, this gonna have to come from the heart. It's gonna have to come from the heart because it's like, bro, we've been through this. Like, I understand it's a pitch, but at the same time, it's like it flows better when you just come off the heart. So boom, first thing first, we finally get through the line. We get in the first room. The first room is probably like 100 people in there, 150 people in there. My heart instantly like, damn, this really finna be crazy because I'm not trying to pitch in front of 150 people. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here like, bro, I don't even like to talk to motherfuckers. So it's like, bro, how is this finna
That
go?
part.
How is this finna go? Presenting your business idea, pitching your business idea in front of 150 people and some judges. So they end up pulling roles out,
This like
doing the
the first back row. They pull them, take them to the room.
pick a room, boom. You go inside the room, other people already pitching
Mind you, it's like a line of people. But when we get in the room, it's maybe like 25 people ahead of
in
us
front of us. Yeah, no chairs. You just in a
standing,
line.
and I'm pregnant. Like my feet
We've
is
been standing
aching
the whole day. No chairs, nowhere. We've been standing the whole
from
entire
us
time.
practicing, like walking in circles upstairs to us standing in line, like literally standing since like 9 o'clock. We didn't leave there till like 4,
Yeah, if not
literally
later than that
standing.
for real.
The
But yeah,
bottoms of my feet like was
that
on
that was the
fire.
main reason we left early because our feet was just going crazy. Like our minds was fried after that. We just like, all right, we ready to get
Haven't
home.
eaten nothing.
Haven't eaten
Again, I'm
anything.
pregnant.
We just
No
in
water, no
in
nothing.
my head, I'm just ready to receive this email, receive this phone call, so we can prepare for the presentation for the next day. And I'm talking about went home, and it kind of killed my mood for the rest of the day because I'm just like, bro, like this means so much. Like the position that niggas is currently in right now, I'm like, bro, this means so much to move to this next level, and it didn't happen. So you just gotta, I had to pick myself back up, get ready for the next day, learn, figure out, all right, where could we have moved a little better, you know what I'm saying? But after all, again, it was a good experience, man. I really enjoyed it. My main thing was coming, man. I wanted to see Rashad outfits. I wanted to see Ian Dunlap presentation. He killed it. He had the drummers and the band come
Oh, he
out.
had a whole show before he walked on
Ian
stage.
don't play, man. And that was that was my biggest things. I also wanted to see Black Sam. I didn't get to see him. We seen him, but didn't get to talk to him. I didn't get to talk to 19 Keys, which that's one thing I wish I would have did. It was just so crowded, and again, I don't like big crowds like that. And they all just kind of swarmed around this man. But
Yeah.
it's crazy because like he like leaned over and we had eye contact, and it's like I still didn't walk over there. And I don't know if he was looking at me, but nobody else was for real around. It was like he leaned over and like we made eye contact, and it's like I still didn't go over there, but it was just so crazy over there. But other than that, man, it was cool. It was cool. I really feel more to come. Got enough notes to see to bring back and better the business for real. So just ready to take this to the next level. That way, next Invest Fest, hopefully we can be a part of it and not just come and
Not just in the crowd.
spectator for real.
Not
Yeah,
be one of the 20,000.
you feel me? And me personally, like I don't like to talk unless I know I'm prepared. Like everybody there, I've been in a few events, especially the other like mentorships I had, and we all met up and stuff. And the vibes just seem the same. Everybody just want to know what you do, get your socials, and then it's like it's a dead end road from there. But
No
it's like
follow up.
I know who I come for. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
don't really care to talk to everybody else. On top of the fact, like if my business is not at a certain level, I don't really want to talk because I know I have work to do. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So that's another reason. Like everybody like, oh, so what you do? So what is it? Ooh, ooh, oh, I do this. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. But I'm here for boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm not really here to do the small talk. Like
It's like you're here for, you come with a mission in mind. And not necessarily networking isn't part of that mission. It's just, again, you want to be at a certain spot before you start.
I talk when I'm in VIP. I talk. You feel me? When it's time to talk. I didn't feel like it was time to talk at InvestFest. I'm more so listening. I'm more so trying to peep the vibes. Like, all right, this person is here. What are they? See
Just
what's
double
going.
checking. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know who I come for. I know who I come for. And if I don't get to see them, I'm just quiet. I'm quiet. I'm taking in the notes from the people that's in better spots. That's been in the position that we currently in right now with business. I'm taking notes from there. I'm going home, doing my due diligence. Other than that, I don't really care for the small talk. That irritates me. That irritates me. Like, what are we talking about? I understand, might need you in the future, cool, but right now, look, let me just be in my mind. let me do me, and we'll go from there for real. It
Yeah.
ain't no disrespect, but it's just like, bro, that's just how I move for real.
Yeah.
Like,
It was so funny. It was in the line. And first dude asked what the business was. And then you and Shelby just face front. And then I answered the dude. And then the second time, it was a dude in front of us. He turned around and I pretended, well, not pretending, I was actually still trying to memorize these lines. He asked what the business was. And Jay was like, I'm just trying to stay in the zone, man. I
man,
can't
what
remember
he
what
say?
you
He
said.
said he said so. He's like, hey guys, so what y'all do? I'm like, bro. I said luxury chauffeur services. Okay, okay, I get that, but like, what is it? I said, bro, I'm in my mind right now. I'm trying to stay focused. Like, I ain't really trying to talk. Oh, I got it. You locked in, you locked in. Yeah, that's it, man. It ain't no disrespect or nothing, but like, bro, I ain't trying to do the small talk. Like, we ain't even presented yet. I can barely remember two words of my pitch. I'm like, bro, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone, cause I'm not in that mood right now. Like,
He said, just leave me alone.
for real. Like, dude was cool and everything, but like I said, I'm just not with the small talk. Like.
And he was one of the people who didn't have a wristband.
He said he had one. It was tucked off in his bag somewhere, something like that. someone that didn't follow directions. The directions is so simple. They told us multiple times, put the wristband on your wrist and keep it on. And then again, it's just one of those people that don't follow directions. So it is what it is.
People had screenshots of the congratulations, not the actual email, but because like people posted on socials, oh, I was pre-selected. It's like somebody screenshotted it off their socials and then just saved the screenshot to get it.
It was a lot going on for sure. It was definitely a lot going on. But like I said, outside the pitch, man, I really enjoyed it. Of course, some things didn't start on time or whatever. There's little shit for real.
Yeah.
Like I don't even care about that. A lot of people like have something to say about that. I don't really care about that. After all, everybody that was on the roster showed up, man, and gave good gems
Mm-hmm.
for real.
For sure.
Like I said, I told you it was gonna be more like a theater setting, like seats
Yeah, when we
everywhere.
walked in there and it was like all like pitch black, I was like, oh, ain't no note taking happening.
Nah, I like it like that honestly. Like instead of all the bright lights, I like it real dark. They had huge screens up like coming from the ceiling, which is wonderful. Again, everything was set up pretty good, man. I liked it. I like how dark it was. I like the sound was real good. I mean, you can't really do nothing about the stage. A person is only so tall, and you know what I'm
Right.
saying. So, but other than that, man, I loved it. I loved it. It was cool. I really want to go back next year, like I said, on a whole different level though. So, the rest of this year, going into next year, have a mission. Have a mission, and gonna figure this out. Gonna figure this out. Like I said, with or without the grant, it's like, well, without even before the grant
Yeah.
opportunity came, we was in this position. So it's like, you can't let stuff like that get you down. You just
Yeah.
gotta pick up where you left off at. Last week is last week. It's a whole new week, so we just gotta figure it out, and keep pushing for real. Like I said, we had the reinsurance from the judges that it was a great idea, and she
Yeah.
even brought up getting some investors on the team. She told us to come to a booth. We didn't get to speak with her again, but like they loved the idea, so they gave us the reinsurance. Okay, we on the right track. We just gotta we just gotta go a little harder at
Harder.
it. Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
go a little harder at it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, with or without the grant, there was still gonna have to be work to be put in.
Sure.
Either way, the grant would have, of course, propelled that, but it's like this wasn't even thought of when they first put together this. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it's like it still would have been on us to bring this
Yeah.
idea to fruition. So
Yeah.
no love lost, no feelings hurt. Just again, like you said, the judges. Of course, we know it's a good idea, but like when you say it out loud to somebody who's not on your team, who's not around you consistently, and it sounds like, especially the people who invest in businesses on a regular, for them to be like, this is like a great idea, like
Again, you have 1 minute to tell someone that don't know nothing about you or your business, why should we invest in your business? So you have to sum everything up within 1 minute. And that alone is a challenge for
it's a
real.
challenge. And like we were in that room again, we had a minute, and like you said, a lot of people were giving sob stories, couldn't even get to their pitch fully before the lady in the corner is yelling time.
Yeah.
And then because they weren't getting to their pitch, the judges had okay, so you had like a minute to pitch. Once your time was up, the judges had 1 minute to ask you questions about your business, and they could be asking you a question in the middle of asking you a question. If the time run out, the time run out. You can't answer that question. You just gotta be
Yeah. If she wasn't vibing with you, she's screaming over you. Time, time,
facts.
time.
She was screaming over you. But one thing I liked is like one we uh the timer never cut off our pitch, so we got through our pitch within the 1 minute. Actually, they were asking us questions before the timer went off. And then And then like they only literally asked us three questions. It was like, so is this just a chauffeur service? We clarified that very quickly. What will the money go to? Clarified that
And
very quickly.
how many cars do we have?
And how many cars do we have? Summarize that very quickly. So like our time, we answered all of their questions, and then like again, we brought that little packet, 3-page packet maximum, and like said, okay, turn to page 3. When they ask about the chauffeur, is this just a chauffeur business? It's like turn to page 3. You'll see where we're trying to expand this, and that's when like the light bulb went off for them. Like this is not just a chauffeur service. Like this goes way beyond that, you know?
Yeah.
And that's where she was like number 6 at investors and things like that. So
Yeah, so we have ways to go, and this is really the reason of this podcast is to show the journey. You know what I'm saying? Sit down and just talk through the journey. We learn things from just talking for real. It's like
yeah.
us talking to ourselves, but sharing our journey
Hmm.
to the world. So again, this is years going. We really took Donsville serious in 2021. That was like the birth of Donsville, and it's 2024. So we had a few things we had to recover from again, which all this is part of business. A lot of learning curves, but it's cool. We picking up where we left off. I think this was a big sign from God just to show us like whatever you put your mind to, you know what I'm saying, keep at it. Keep at it. So that's what we're gonna do. We kind of know where to go from here. Again, like you don't fully know the route, but you learn as you go. So that's our main thing. Like I said, my one of my goals for next year, next Invest Fest, is not only be in VIP, but also be a part of the
Be a
whole
sponsor.
be a sponsor of Invest Fest. Um, and be able to help people move a little smoother, make their experience more smoother with the next Invest Fest.
Yeah. And just to add to like what this podcast really is, like it's named perspectives because man, not only do we just have interesting perspectives on life or whatever, but on business, on we've been how many businesses have we gone through in the last 5, 6, 7 years? Like it, I feel like we have so much knowledge to share, and we still have yet to hit any of our like super major milestones, but just from trying and starting and restarting and pivoting and you know risking everything to come back to square one is like
Multiple times.
multiple
Yeah,
times.
multiple times.
We've seen and experienced a lot just so far.
And them stories gonna come as we unroll with Donsville. Because again, we don't want to put too much out there right now. Because there's a lot of people that like to take people that has less resources ideas. So we're not gonna put too much out there,
Hmm.
and we'll let it unravel as we unravel Donsville.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like everything that we started, it hasn't been a waste of time. Again, it's kind of it all wraps in Donsville, and it just opened us up to see, okay, where do we need to start with Donsville?
Yeah.
We seen everything that we tried was very profitable, but more than yet, the people was messing with it, like they really like it. So now it's just little tweaks. We know where we need to start, and yeah, it's just again taking action on that. But you know,
Yeah, it's like to your point, like nothing we've gone through, maybe in the moment, felt like a loss. But anything we've ever experienced has never been a true loss because we've always learned from it. We've always pivoted. We've never let any situation keep us down. Sad? Yes. A little
that come with it.
depressed.
Yeah, that come with it.
A little depressed, yes. A little second guessing ourselves, questioning God, questioning our journey. But again, this is like all a part of life, all of a part of the entrepreneurship journey. Like again, nothing is a loss. Everything is a learning experience and an opportunity to grow and to lean more not only on each other but on our spirituality, on our faith, on like our know how, our strengths, and just improve our weaknesses. Like, no matter where we are, there's always room to go up. There's always room to improve. There's always space to learn something, to reimagine something. Like, and yeah, all those businesses we started, we realized this is just a part of the bigger ecosystem of Donsville. Like you said, it's just where do we start and where do we keep our focus to reach those different marks.
Yep. So near future, man. Hopefully we get to move somewhere different, somewhere.
Not hopefully, we will.
Yeah. Again, I want to move to LA, but we'll see. Uh,
We
yeah,
will be moving to LA.
yeah. We'll be moving to LA once we, you know what I'm saying, get to our goal with LA. Once we get to our goal, where it's like, all right, we got here. Now we can move to LA. So
Mhm.
again, we got some more work. I don't know what part of Texas, but I think that's the next move.
Yeah,
That's the next move. We'll take it from there, man. This
yeah.
is what the first podcast. We get it. We get all our points. This was just really about Invest Fest. Like
This is about Invest Fest. Oh, we talking about the Airbnb.
Airbnb, man. It was an Airbnb. It ain't nothing even crazy about that. That food though, I really like. What is it? JJ's.
Oh, what did we eat? We had Hungry AF. That was a spot that was right downtown. And then
Hungry AF. What we had there?
you had we both had Phillies.
Oh, that spot was cool. I get it like a 6 out of 10.
A
I
six
get it
out of
like a
ten.
6 out of 10.
Why? It was just a little bit above average.
It was. It was.
Yeah, and it was a little overpriced. And
Little shit. I think that was like 115. Yeah, I think I paid like 115.
for all of us,
Yeah,
that's insane.
yeah, yeah. It's cool. Like again, it was about a 6 out of 10. My favorite was the JJ's. What is it? JJ's.
JJ's Fish and Chicken.
They had some type of crack season. Some that shit was fire. That shit was fire. I get him like a 8 out of 10.
I
Eight point
love
five out of
JJ's.
ten. They was good. The fish was fire. I should have got a fish plate. The fish was
You
fire.
didn't even want no food.
I don't be hungry for real, but when everybody around you eating, you smell it, then it's like, damn, you start to get hungry.
Yeah.
But it's like that was so good. What
And you
else
know
we
what's
get?
crazy? Those was the only fries Icy ate. She didn't like the Hungry AF
For real.
fries. She did. What else did we eat?
Let me see. We got done there Thursday. What we eat Thursday? Oh, we had Mama had what I had that burger. Y'all had Slutty Vegan.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Me and Shelby had Slutty Vegan, and then you and Mama had that little drive-through burger spot.
Yeah.
You didn't really fuck with it.
Nah, that sauce on that chicken wrap was trash.
I mean, I always love Slutty Vegan.
And they
So
had shoestring fries. Shoestring fries. I don't like shoestring fries. So that was Thursday. Friday, what do we have?
Hungry AF.
Hungry AF.
And then Saturday night we had JJ's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then we left Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah,
So the overall experience though, man, I like the A. It's cool. I
I
like the
miss
A.
it.
Yeah. I like the
I
A.
miss it. We used to eat JJ's literally every Friday
For
when I
real.
was in high school.
I want something good to eat tonight. But yeah, that's the podcast, and we ain't gonna hold this on too long because we got editing to do, and we ain't
Oh
trying to edit
yeah.
nothing too crazy. So yeah, we'll pick up on the next episode of Perspectives.
Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.
Oh, we eating.